When a relative does this shit, they don't tell you until it's long gone. And you know the likelihood of that new younger relative being one of the rare kids that don't paint the nails, cut the hair, etc. These dolls' outfits are expensive. They also hold quite a bit of sentimental. Top vintage dispatcher knows more than she says and notices more than you realize shirt. The bulk of that sentimentality comes from the fact that my sister and I would look through the catalog together and pick out the things we wanted for birthdays and holidays. If your cousin loved the red-headed, spunky colonial girl and wanted Felicity in particular, I think it would be nice if you worked out something with your aunt and uncle. Then it's really a nice shirt for all men and women. So you should buy this shirt. Thank you so much. Top vintage dispatcher knows more than she says and notices more than you realize shirt. Tank top, V-neck, ladies' tee for men and women. Top vintage dispatcher knows more than she says and notices more than you realize shirt. Tank top, V-neck. This particular doll is a collector's item and I was planning on selling her for $500 to pay for rent. I'd be willing to sell her to you for $400 and pay in installments. If you don't think your family would take that well, I'd be honest with them. I picked Felicity because I loved her. I could have chosen. Top vintage dispatcher knows more than she says and notices more than you realize shirt. Little cousin should be allowed to pick out her own American Girl. It's more special that way. If you want dolls on your bookcase, there's official. Top vintage dispatcher knows more than she says and notices more than you realize. Sweatshirt, hoodie, sweatshirt. I'm a quilter and I always urge people to store anything fabric in something where the fabric can breathe. For quilts, I usually suggest storing them in a pillowcase or something like this. 4 or 5 months at a. Top vintage dispatcher knows more than she says and notices more than you realize shirt. Odds are you're not looking for these clothes to last more than a few years anyway, given wear and tear during the seasons you wear them and other product.